Good afternoon, and as you can see, some of the things that we've been working on our video, and when I say we, me, myself, and I have decided to try something different, and you'll have to stay tuned to the next video, and I will start that video here in a second, so stay tuned. Okay, we're going to redo this trivet or coaster, and we're not going to put coffee in it. We're going to do it plain. So I already set it up. I'm using a cutting board, one of those plastic cutting boards, and I decided not to soak it in coffee, just to try it. Look, there's all the building blocks. These building blocks all come from Dollar Tree. Same with the glue sticks. I hope I don't run out. And I don't have a lot of money to do a lot of weekend projects. But because I live alone and a lot of people like myself are like this, we're going to try doing this and see how this turns out. So let's start by gluing it together. Okay, so I just glued this part and I'm going to let it dry. I still have to glue these three, these three. Just to give you an idea of what's going on. And piece by piece, as I glue each three of these together, and I glue these three. But I'm going to give this a little time to dry, and we'll see how this turns out. Okay, so I just glued this part together. It's sticking a little. I try that. Okay, let's see if I can do this one-handed. If I can. Simply just use the glue stick glue gun that is, and measure. This is the tricky part. Make sure it's even. It looks even, but I don't know if it is. Well, I think you get the picture. I get this right here. I wanted to do a more comprehensive video so that you could really get a on-hands look at what we're doing. That looks pretty good. I don't know if it's even though. That's the only thing about these. It's better to have a level and a measuring stick, which I'm going to buy today. That might not be as even because I did it one-handed. Okay, so you got a better look at what's going on with the glue gun, how to glue it together, but make sure you get a level, because that's might be, I don't know. I'm looking to see if it's level. Like these are drying as we speak. All right, these are the next three to do, and I'll work on that, and we'll glue it together. Okay, so all four are glued separately, but not together. So we're gonna switch this around. We're gonna show you how we're gonna do this. I think what I want to do is I want to go like this. Do that. That's the pattern I want to go by. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and start gluing. All right, everything's glued together and it looks a lot plainer than the coffee stained ones. We're going to let it dry and I'm going to show you the comparison contrasts. Here's a stack of the coffee stained ones that we did yesterday. I hope they didn't fall apart. I think the one just fell apart. That's good to know. Okay, you could see a difference in color. Just to give you an idea. This one just fell apart on me. I kind of was waiting to see what was going to happen. That fell apart. It's a good thing I got the glue stick out. But at least this one didn't fall apart. You know, but you could see where the coffee stain and the plain one look different. So you can have a little bit of variety. Okay, so I didn't do this video just to, like, you know, rehash or rehab another broken coaster. What I was trying to do is I made some mistakes in the other video. I wanted to make sure that you knew where the building blocks came from. They came from Dollar Tree. They are called tumbling blocks. I found them in the toy section at the Dollar Tree. You could probably find them. I'm going to let this dry. There's some other projects that I'm going to work on. Some things that I got to fix. So I'm going to bring them over here in a second here. While we're waiting for everything to dry, and these take a while to dry, so, you know, when you're using coffee stain. But you can see the clear difference, the coffee stain and the plain. It really does make a difference. But I wanted to talk about this basket that I made. This came from my wind chime. It fell off. So I use it as a hockey stick. No, I'm just kidding. I made this, and there's a lot of glue on there. And I didn't like it. And I'm trying to figure out what to do with it because of the two-tone. So I was thinking about getting more rope and just roping the top. I think it would look better. The two-tone kind of just didn't sit right with me. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm asking suggestions what to do with it. It's going to be a planter, so I'm just going to add that to my repertoire. I want to show you some projects that we are working on, but there really aren't any projects because when you're on a budget, one of the things I want to show you is that I only got so much I can work with. It costs money to buy power tools, and what I was pricing is just like this. This was a glue gun I got at Dollar General. And if you get into crafting, like this is just small time, okay? The big time crafters on YouTube, they got sanders, they got saws, they do a lot of things, okay? What I would encourage you to do is before you get into this, just limit yourself to what you can do. This is a can-do project, okay? That's generally why I wanted to come onto YouTube. So while this is drying, I am going to tell you that's going to be it for me for this project. I'm going to let it dry and I'll be right back. So how is this useful for a career? I was thinking like to work for a florist or to work in a field. Like this is just helping the mind to stay occupied, to stay healthy. And one of the things I worked on is that there's a florist right down the street and I want to get a job. Okay, so if I want to work for a florist or work in that type of job or decor, I have to dress the part and I have to go looking for a position. So I put together an arrangement. Now, just easy does it here. But I made this. Even made the tin, and it didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted it. But these are plastic flowers. Let me show you. Okay. And it costs money. And what I found out about decorating is that it costs money and collecting antiques. And I decided that I am going to give up my antique collection days. I am going to keep what I have, but I'm not going to go selling it or trading it, or I'm just going to little by little clean it up. When I was doing this organization, I realized how much stuff I had accumulated. And organizing does this. And I learned a lot of lessons. But one thing I have not learned is that budgeting is so much better. And being thrifty is good. Okay, so you don't have to buy everything. You can buy on a budget, but the thing is that if you go to Dollar Tree or you go to these places, you're still spending money. So just be careful that you don't get yourself in over your head. The project was great. It was helpful. It was a great lesson for me. But as for shopping and going on a binge shopping, I've been there a couple times. So this has been a lesson for me. I will say this. There are lessons to be learned by being organized. And I really did clean house. So thank you for watching. And again, I hope you enjoyed the video on making a coaster or coasters. Thank you.